All right, some tidying up here. So on this bit, it's not gonna move those down as far as that component is, so I'll have to move those down manually. And I'm not sure, we changed this to 64. Currently it's still at 48. So we'll grab all the tops of those and reset. At the top here there's a reset all changes button. Do that. Okay, what is the Y? The Y is set to 60. Round number. Here. I can grab all these and set them to 60 as well. Here. Alright, cool. Now that should work. We also want to not forget to make these sticky. So we go to prototype. It's currently set to scroll with parent. We're going to change that to sticky. And then go to arrange, and I guess it's under object. Yeah, bring to front. Great. Alright, so we're going to set our sights on this favorites. And make a little menu component. So let's go ahead and go to light mode. Okay. So pretty standard for a menu option. Okay, I'm going to reconcile this. 440, 64 increments of 4 or 8. Okay, usually it has a little menu title here. Okay, I'm going to change that typeface. Open sans semi-bold to an increment of 8, which is 8, 16, or 24. Looks pretty good. Alright, always, your inner child is going to say, center that, but don't. Left, justify it. Alright, I'm going to make this box just a kiss of white, and I'm going to put a top stroke of, let's see, do I have something established? Prime to light, dark to light, and we'll establish that in a second. So I tend to like like these just a little, just a little more sweeter. Okay. Now I'm gonna draw a little chevron with my pen tool. Okay. Over here in the stroke. First of all, I'm going to fix that. So, grab my arrow. So it should be equal between those two. Doesn't look like I hit the right mark yet. Okay. Looks a little too big. Nothing too obnoxious. it doesn't need much in terms of communication. So I'm just using this 4-pixel grid as my guide. It just makes life ever so easier, which we could all use. It's a shame we don't treat ourselves better. Okay, I don't know, I think I would like that just a little bigger. Okay, not perfect, but fine. Gonna make that 4 pixels wide. I'm gonna go into the stroke palette and change the join to something rounded. See how that rounded out that corner? And the endpoints also, you've got some cool options here worth looking at. We want that rounded. Rounded is just ever so nicer. Okay, we're just going to use that, subtle gray for that business currently. Okay, now we need to make this into a component. Alright, just like before, we're going to grab all that business. So all of our elements here. Okay, it might be helpful to group at this point, so I pressed Command G and drag that bad boy out. Whoa. So we want to remember that this is a component. Alright, now that it is a group or a frame, you can convert that into a component. And I'm going to call this menu bar. Menu bar. Night. Okay, that's not just it. Okay, menu. We need to make this variated. We need to be able to create a property out of that. So if we zoom in, we select the text box, we zoom in, this little guy here, I believe, will let us create a text property. Totally does. Okay, so I'm going to call this title. Yeah, we'll just keep that generically menu. Alright, so now that's a beautiful thing. If it doesn't have what are those called? They're called variants. If it doesn't have a variant, then we can copy drag this down. You don't have to go to the assets palette. If it does have variants, then it thinks you want to copy that whole thing. But currently this is an instance of that component. And we know because now we have this property change, so I can change this to most favorites. Zoom out there. So now it says most favorites, which is totally cute. And now we can copy that down and say kind of faves. Super cool. All right. Now we shall grab this bad boy and put it in our app components. Organization. Okay, cool. Next phase is we'll link this up to a different screen.